Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So, today, long awaited, long requested video. Long requested, I don't make any sense, but you know what I mean. So, a lot of people have been asking me how to make these for a long time, actually, since I started using them earlier this year. So, today, I'm going to show you how to do them, basically. So yeah, pretty simple. So yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy this video. Hopefully it'll let you know how to make some nice hay bales for your model farm. And yeah, I won't get into not being active for a while, but yeah, hopefully some videos will now start coming out. So firstly, well, we'll just have a look at them, shall we? So I'll just take you off the mount. There we go. Right, here they are. So, look quite nice scale. You can put them on your trailer. There you go. Or in your baler. No. Models, eh? There we go. That's the one. So yeah, that's what you can do with them. Obviously. So yeah, what you're gonna need is, well, what I need, you guys might need less, more, depending on what sort of stuff you have available to you and how you want to do it. So first and foremost, most importantly, you're going to want some of this. Hanging basket easy liner. Now I got this from Bales, which is a well-known shop full of crap in England. But I would suspect that most garden centres would sell these, and you could get them from there. But yeah, this is what the actual bale itself is made out of. As you can see, it's just a big sheet of it, basically. Then what else? So scissors to cut it out, fairly obvious. Then I've got super glue, but you can use whatever glue you want. And this is for tying up. A bit of string as well to do the twine on the outside. So yeah, that's all you're going to need. So I will clear my workbench and we'll get going on some bales. So I'll bring you back when I've got started with that. Right, so I got me thingy out, a hanging basket liner or whatever you want to call it. It just comes, well, this one in particular, it just comes as a big semicircle. So I'm just gonna, can you re-rip it? No, I'm not gonna rip it. It's been a while since I've done this, so don't get cross with me. I kind of forgotten how to do it. So we're gonna get the scissors. Where did I put them? This is classic. Here. And we're gonna, I'm just gonna chop down this middle bit, like so, to split it in half, because then it'll be easier. Go away. Right, so we'll just use this half. So what I want to do is, now I can't remember how long you want to make a bale, because obviously the longer you go, the bigger the bale will be. It might be, I think it's more or less the whole length. So I think on the first few you want to use the whole length, and then as you get closer, obviously you have less and less length, because you're going to cut them long ways like that into strips. So obviously once you get to this side you have less and less, so eventually you have to start using 2 strips for one bale. We'll get onto that later. So I'm just going to cut a long strip out. We'll roll it up, see if it's good enough. If it's not, I'll just cut the excess off, and then we can use that later on the shorter ones. So maybe I'll do a little time lapse for that, because otherwise it'd be very boring and probably make myself look like a muppet. Right, so I've now got a strip, which I cut out. So I'm now going to roll it. It looks quite thin, but I'm going to roll it up, see how far I get, see what sort of size bale we're dealing with. Now, you do get a more green underside. As you can see there, that's a good demonstration there. So that's the top and that's the bottom. So, well, you can do what you want really, but I'm going to use the top side because I think it will be better looking, and that's what I did before, clearly. So yeah, I'm going to roll this up, put it back on my stand. There you go. We'll roll this up, turn it over obviously. And you want to keep it super tight, obviously, to try and use as little, well, make the best shape, I guess, more. So just keep tightening it every couple of rolls. And just roll it up with your fingers like this, really, until you get to the size you want. And try and, because obviously you can see there that I've got this bit sticking out and then a hole this side. So if you do get that, just sort of tuck it back in like that. And then carry on. And then just tighten it by like pulling it back on. And then going back in. So it looks like I'm going to use the whole of this up, to be honest, to make this one bale. Might even be a bit small, actually. Right. We got a lot of side going on. Just tuck that back in. Right, so there we go. Now that's a bit smaller than some of them. But in all honesty, they don't all have to be exactly the same because we're talking about a model. So, yeah, I think that'll do. So I'm now gonna just gonna get a blob of super glue and put it there and stick that on. It's not a permanent stick, but I just want it to stay like that for the moment until I have got my string ready. So then I'm gonna get my string and I'm gonna just roll it around, as you can see. A couple of rolls should do it, and then cut it off. And you want to make sure that it's all the way around. It's kind of even. You don't want to have a bit hanging off. So just try and make sure it's all in the same sort of spot. And then with the loose ends, just sort of tuck them under, and then a little blob of glue on the top just to hold them down, like so. There we go. So there's one half of it done, and it might be a bit oval shaped or whatever because you've tightened that quite tight. I like to do them quite tight, and I've just put my hand in the super glue. Oh well. So yeah, this one's quite tight, so just do a bit of adjusting with your fingers. You can just sort of squash it, push it into shape, and then obviously, well not obviously, we're going to do a second roll as well. So just do the exact same thing again in the spot that you want it. Now I could do, I don't know, I'm not really a bale expert, but I wouldn't say that, but so you'll have to probably have a look, or if you do bales yourself then you'll know, but you could definitely do sort of more rolls of string. So you do 4 or something. Maybe I think maybe 4 is more realistic. I don't know, but you guys just do whatever you want. Decide what you want, as long as you know how to do it. Which hopefully this video will help you to understand how. Then you can do as many rolls as you want. So there you go. Second roll on. I can't actually see where the camera's pointing, so if I'm doing getting stuff a bit out of shot at some points, then forgive me. That's gone a bit balls, so I'm just going to use the scissors just to roll it down a bit. Like so. And there we go. There's a bale. It's not the best looking in the world, but it'll certainly do the job. So that's another one over in the park. We want to say a quick thank you to Jack French of Home Farm Models, because without him I wouldn't know how to do this. He was the person who told me how to do this. So go drop Home Farm Models a follow on Instagram. He's got a pretty sick farm himself. Far too many red tractors, but what can you do? Right, guys, so to conclude, made a few, as you can see. They do vary in size a bit, and that's just because of how, when you go across it, gets smaller and smaller. But what you will find as well, though, is it's thinner here than it is here. So actually, until you get about to here, you can still do one strip per bale. But obviously, once you get to about this stage, you have to start making two with 2 strips for one bale. There are also these little holes in here, but I just don't worry about those. Just keep on rolling it up. But if you need to, and they keep sticking out, just give them a bit of glue and pat down it, basically. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. To be honest, they're pretty straightforward. Just try and make sure you're not ending up with that sort of issue. So, to be honest, like, bales do come in all shapes and sizes anyway, so you know, it's just how it is. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. If you did, please do leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.